Hello guys and welcome. Today I have a very quick tutorial that I want to share with you. A while back I had posted these paperclip charms that I made and using different things, and I showed this itty bitty flower that I put in here that I made. Here it is, and a few of you had asked me if I could post a tutorial on how I made this flower. I know it is a little bit overdue, but I decided that I was going to be making it. At the same time, it's just something I've been thinking about, that I wanted to do a mini series of mini items. So making itty bitty things or itty bitty items of anything you make, like different shapes of items, like you see this itty bitty bow, or just making miniature versions of a lot of different things. So if you guys have any ideas of things that you would want me to make minis of, leave them in the comment below and I'll be interested in seeing what you guys would like. I like making small things, so that's why, something that kind of attracts me. It does take a little bit of extra time, or it's a little bit more tedious, especially with my big fingers, but it is fun. So I wanted to show you real quick. So these are the little flowers. There's just a few of them that I made, the one that I used here. So those are super small, and I mean, I guess you could go smaller. I don't know that I would, but those are the ones. And then I just wanted to show you different sizes so you can see in comparison of the different ones that you can make. So those are a lot of different sizes. So this is the itty bitty one. This is one that's a little bit bigger. And then here. So this little one, I made it using, and you could use any punch that you have, or you can hand cut your circles. All you need is circles. So this one is about 3/4 of an inch. It's a tiny bit smaller, just maybe like a smidge as like an eighth. So it's that one. And then I have this other punch that's 5/8 of an inch. I had to write it there because I keep forgetting. So this is a 5/8 and this is the other one. So if you could see, there's a little tiny sliver that's a little bit bigger than the other one. So they're about the same size, and that's what these purple flowers are with. And then this other one is made with this one right here. That was a 5/8. Now this flower right here was made with this circle, and this circle is 1 1/4 circle. And these are just circles that I had already pre-cut, pre-punched from a little kit project that we had. So those were already there ready for me. And then this bigger one is a 2-inch circle. So you could just keep making as big as you can. Now the big flowers, these I made them using that curvy cutter. And I don't have it in front of me right now. I'm kind of rearranging my craft room, so it's MIA. But I will link a video below to show you how that little curvy tool works. And that one I got it at Tuesday morning. So it's a very handy tool to have. But you also don't need to have any punches or tools to make your own. So I'll show you first, I'll show you how to make the different sizes, and then I'll show you how to make them without any tools. Just kind of hand make it yourself. So we're going to start with one of the little ones. Let's make another flower one. So all you need is going to be to have a pair of scissors. And where did my scissors go? Well, here's another one. So you're just going to grab a pair of scissors and you're going to start cutting. So just start whatever you want. And then what you could do, as you get more into the circle, you're going to start cutting into like a spiral. And as you go in, you would want to go a little bit thicker, like make your cut a little bit further from where the cut is, or you could try to make it all even if you want to, but I like to get bigger as I go in, so that way you don't make as many cuts, and it gives a little bit of dimension to your flower. But you just want to keep turning until you get to about right there. So maybe you could see it better on the white section, but that's all you need. So another thing that I like to do is in this one, when you make that first cut, you see that it looks a little square-like. I am a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, so I just like to go in and cut that one to round it off a little bit. So, that way it doesn't look as pointy there. So now the next step you want to do, especially if you have double-sided paper, you could do that too. Choose the paper, the side that you're going to be using. And I fold about, I don't know, in this one about 1/4 of an inch, fold it in, and then you're going to start turning. So just kind of press it down and then turn. And you could do this you know, by hand, but because it's so tiny, I like to use my reverse tweezers. These are from EK Tools, and this little tool is super, super handy for a lot of things. So what I like to do is grab this right there in the middle, and then I just start turning. And you just start twisting, turning it in, kind of keep, with your finger, kind of keep it in line. Sometimes it tries to, you know, go out of the area and come off, but all you want to keep doing, and I hope I'm in frame, guys. Sorry, I can't really see where my camera is, but that's all you want to keep doing. Just keep rolling and try to keep it all in line. When you get to the end, you don't really have to roll all the way in, so just kind of leave that little space, and then you're gonna grab your hot glue gun. And I like to do this with hot glue because it is faster than if you use wet glue. So just put a good amount there, and then you're just gonna fold it over. Now you're gonna take your tweezers, let it out, and then you can just let this unroll as much as you want it to open, and then press it down. So when you press it down, that's what holds it together. And obviously, because I had a little bit of extra glue oozing out here, it came out, but you know, just peel it off, clean it up, and then there you go. There you have your little flowers. So just be careful when you're doing this because you don't want to burn your fingers with that hot glue. But there you have the itty bitty flower. And again, these are handmade things. They're not going to be super perfect, but I hope you can see right there the shape. Whoop. Jumped over, and you see they're super cute and tiny. So there we have those. Now we're gonna make the next size. So it's basically the exact same thing. So that would be this one right here. Same thing. You'll probably see it better now that it's a solid color. So you just want to do this really, really quick. I don't want this tutorial to be so long because you know, it's not too much, but showing you the 3 different flowers so that way you can see the sizes. And here you can see, depending as much as you go in. So I just go back and round my little shape right here and do the exact same thing. Now, because this one is a little bit bigger, I'm going to show you, you know, doing it with your fingers only. So fold that about 1/4 of an inch and then just start folding back in. And roll, roll, roll. And this one, I like to just kind of press with my fingers and grab it with 2 fingers to roll it in. There you go. And you don't have to, it doesn't have to stay super tight because, you know, when you put it into the flour, it does unwind. So just kind of keep rolling. And if you see right there, it's trying to come out. So I just kind of unwind it a little bit, go back and press it down with my 2 fingers there. Because you want it to maintain this shape, so it makes it easier for you when you glue it. So I just keep rolling that. So roll, roll, roll. And there we are at the end. So we're going to add some of the glue. And then press it down. Again, let it unwind as open as you want your flower to be. So these are like little roses. So once you decide how far you want it, you press it down. And sometimes when the little part, you know, kind of sticks up a little bit, you just want to grab something to poke it down so that way that stays in there and it doesn't try to poke up. But there you go. That's our other little flower. And now as you're making this, they are not going to be perfectly exactly the same size because depending on how much unwinding you do and, you know, how wide you cut your strip, it's going to vary a little bit. But, you know, that's the fun fact about making handmade things. So we already made that one. We're gonna make the big one. Same thing. This is gonna be a lot easier for you to see, but I wanted to start with the itty bitty one so you could see how amazing that is. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this idea of making tiny things and what you would like me to see me make. So you know, I'll be thinking of different ideas or things to make. So a mini version of stuff. So there you are, and you go as far as you want. I like this little curly cues. So, okay, so since I already trimmed that one, I'm just gonna do the same thing, fold it in, and then just start twisting it in to create the center of our flower. I don't know if there's like an easier method to get this done. You know, that's just kind of how I learned to do them, and I just, you know, make it work. So we'll keep doing that, keep doing that. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good week. It's been a little rainy here in North. It's just, you know, we haven't been out too much. Today it's not as rainy. It was rainy this morning, but right now it looks like the weather calmed down, but we're supposed to be having rains through the weekend, so we'll see. The other night, oh my goodness, we had a really big thunderstorm, and actually there was just a lot of thunder. You know, it was raining very heavy. We didn't have any hail or anything crazy like, you know, last few weeks, but it was still kind of scary, you know, just to hear all the thunder. You know, just making it a little hard to sleep. So there you go. Just let it unwind as much as you want, and then just press it down. So because this one was a little bit bigger, this is a little smaller there. But you press it down so that way it stays there. I always like to come back and clean the little spideys and things from the glue. But there you have it. So those are all the flowers. You know, different, same size. And then this big one, I don't have the tool to show you, but it's basically the exact same thing. It's just a tool that cuts it for you. And I'll link that video like I told you. But let's go ahead and make one without any paper. So let's say we're going to do about this size. So just cut whatever size square you want. And then you just want to make a circle. Obviously, when you're cutting it, your circle's not going to be perfect. But, you know, just get as close as you can to a circle. So there's a circle we have. And then do the exact same thing. Start cutting. And then, you know, you can, you know, pop a lot of these real quick. Once you get in the habit of it. I did a few, or yeah, quite a few of those itty bitty ones. I was sitting down watching TV with my family. So I sat down and made a few of those. We decided to turn the lights down, so I didn't do it for too long because I didn't want my eyes to be strained. So now because this one was already imperfect, it already has a lot of those imperfect corners. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Fold it in and roll. So anyway, super excited about the spring. Well, spring's there. Flowers. I did a lot of yard work the other day. My rose bushes, we have a few rose bushes in the front of our house, and they were just going out crazy, just they were out of hand. So I trimmed them down all the way down completely, and we had tons of roses. I kind of felt bad because they were already beat up because of all the rain and stuff, and you know, I said it's a perfect timing to do that. I trimmed all of our little hedges and stuff that we have. So yeah, it was fun just hanging out there. The weather was nice, and luckily I did it the day before it started super raining, so trying to get a lot of yard work. So if you see my hands are pretty ugly, you know, that's the reason why. You know, I like to do yard work. I did put gloves when I was cutting the rose bushes, but to get out, like pull out a couple weeds and stuff, I just did it by hand because, you know, it makes it easier for me to just pull them. Having the gloves feels like I'm constricted to using those. But anyway, so see, there you go. Like I said, it's not super perfect, but there you have different sizes. So this one came even a little bit bigger than that one. And yeah, so these are all the ones that I made. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and make another one of the purple ones so you can see better. I don't like, you know, I think this video is already a little too long, but let's make another. I just like making them, you know, once you get into it, it's just like a little hard for you to stop, I think. Or, you know, well, that's me, you know, you get started and you just want to keep going and going and going. And, you know, my daughters make fun of me sometimes because if I'm trying to show them how to do something and I get started and then I just keep going, they're like, okay, mom, you can stop now. So anyway, that's just the bad habit I have, I guess. So let's go use our little tweezers again, because those will be a lot easier to twist and turn. Mother's Day weekend is this weekend. How exciting. Just gonna be hanging out here at home with the kiddos. You know, I'm not gonna be able to fly over to visit my mom this time around, but you know, we'll go next month hopefully to go visit her and spend some time there. Can't do a lot of flying right now that the kids are in school, but they'll be out of school soon, so we'll be able to go visit during the summer. And okay, so yeah, just because it's so tiny, it gets a little hard to manage it, and it does get a little messy when you first do it. So see, I love that part when it unwinds. I like to see that. Maybe I'm just weird, but I think it's just so satisfying to see it unwinding. Gotta get all the little spideys. So there you have it. See, I have those extra glue that oozed out. It's, you know, it's hard to keep it not oozing out, especially when you're making them this size. They're super, super tiny. But there you have it. There's our little flower. Let's clean it up. But there it is. So yeah, just go ahead and make yourself some flowers. You know, sit down whenever you have time, make a little stash, and then you can use them. You can use them for so many different things. But yeah, they're super easy, fun to make, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.